One of the biggest names in musical theater, the star and creator of Hamilton, has plunged right into his next act. It's in a place a long way from Broadway, but very close to his heart, as David Begnaud shows us.
As the creator and star of the Broadway sensation Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda is used to getting mobbed by adoring crowds.
Hola, ¿cómo están?
But the crowds that greeted him a few days ago in Puerto Rico were different. They weren't here to just applaud him. They wanted to thank him.
Oh, muchísimas gracias. Gracias por todo lo que está haciendo.
What's your biggest concern for this island?
It's still the immediate needs of the hardest hit towns. It's those towns in the mountains and the hardest hit towns that we're still struggling to get aid to.
In the aftermath of Hurricane Maria, Puerto Rico is still reeling. 53 days later, much of the island remains without power.
I feel very proud to support Hispanic Federation because your money is going to la gente de Puerto Rico, helping themselves.
Since the storm, the 37-year-old Miranda has been using his voice and his fame to sound the alarm. What is expected of you as a Puerto Rican?
Well, it's complicated because I didn't grow up here. So it's this weird mix of I will do anything to support the island, but I also don't for a second pretend I know what's best for the island because I don't live here. My job is to amplify the concerns of Puerto Rico. It's weird because I remember when my grandfather was building this house.
While Miranda wasn't born here, his parents were. And Lin-Manuel spent summers as a child visiting his grandparents in Vega Alta, outside San Juan.
And my grandfather built the house around the porch.
Here, as with much of the island, there is little left.
They bought this property and the only thing that was here was a porch. And they built the house around that. And now
that porch is still here.
The porch has survived them and has survived this hurricane and has survived everything.
The day after the hurricane hit, Miranda did what he does best. He wrote a song, Almost Like Praying, inspired by West Side Story's Maria, to raise money to help the devastated island get back on its feet. He rounded up some of the world's biggest Latino stars, from J-Lo to Rita Moreno. How much money's been raised?
Through the Hispanic Federation, not even including Almost Like Praying, we've raised about just shy of $20 million.
How much money has a song alone brought in?
I don't know yet. You know, I know that we've sold over 150,000 copies on iTunes. That's $1.29 each, so that's minimum 150,000.
But as he was finishing the song, Miranda got caught up in a controversy on Twitter with President Trump. It was September 30th when the President of the United States tweeted, "The mayor of San Juan, who was very complimentary only a few days ago, has now been told by the Democrats that you must be nasty to Trump." And you tweeted, "You're going straight to hell, real Donald Trump. No long lines for you. Someone will say, right this way, sir. They'll clear a path." Any regrets?
No. Those were the only words I had on the occasion. You know, disasters are moments when leaders unite us. You know, they're no one's fault. And he starts attacking the people on the front lines. Thank you for everything you guys are doing.
Last week, we hopscotched the island with Miranda. In Isla Verde, he made sandwiches at a relief kitchen.
Gracias por todo.
And then visited an aid distribution center in San Juan where he met with the mayor, Carmen Yulín Cruz.
It's a boost and it brings joy to people's hearts.
I also want to tell you that I'm jumping back in.
When he wasn't making friends, he was making headlines, announcing he will return in the lead role of Hamilton for a run at the University of Puerto Rico in January 2019.
It's weird. Just yesterday, the Smithsonian announced that I donated my Act 2 costume to the Smithsonian. I'm going to need it back. Hello, 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 Vega Alta.
Thousands of tickets will be sold for just $10, though more expensive travel packages will be offered to help bring tourism back to the island.
Let's make them crazy jealous.
Celebrated for his musical about the immigrant who became a founding father, Lin-Manuel Miranda has found his next act.
I have nothing but faith in the character and the resilience and brilliance of the Puerto Rican people. If they're given a fair shot to come back, we'll have an even better Puerto Rico than before.